The life story of Abu Bakr al-Siddiq, 573-634 CE. In Mecca, in the year 573 CE, Abdullah ibn Abi Quhafa, known among his people as Abu Bakr al-Siddiq, was born. From a young age, he was known for his honesty and trustworthiness, and he was loved by his people for his justice and generosity. When Prophet Muhammad began calling people to Islam, Abu Bakr was among the first to believe in him. He did not hesitate to stand by the Prophet ﷺ. Despite the difficulties and dangers, he supported the mission both financially and personally, helping the poor and needy Muslims. When the persecution of the Prophet ﷺ and the Muslims intensified, Abu Bakr migrated to Medina with the Prophet ﷺ. He was the Prophet's companion on the blessed journey of Hijrah, and during their stay in the cave before reaching Medina, Abu Bakr exemplified loyalty, patience, and steadfastness. After the death of the Prophet in 632 CE, the companions gathered to choose a caliph to lead the Muslims and continue the mission of Islam while protecting the emerging state. Abu Bakr al-Siddiq was chosen due to his honesty, courage, and wisdom. His caliphate and the conquests Abu Bakr faced tremendous challenges at the beginning of his caliphate, especially the apostasy wars when some tribes refused to pay zakat after the Prophet's death. Abu Bakr did not hesitate. He sent armies led by strong companions like Khalid ibn al-Walid and carried out the wars of apostasy, securing the stability of the Islamic State. He then sent armies to Iraq, Persia, and Egypt on an initial scale, laying the foundations of the Islamic Empire. These conquests were decisive and demonstrated his administrative and leadership brilliance. His character and morals, Abu Bakr was known for his justice and compassion. He spoke to the people, listened to their concerns, and lived simply despite his high position. He was a model of a sincere Muslim who combined strength with gentleness and courage with mercy. Death and legacy. Abu Bakr al-Siddiq passed away in 634 CE at the age of approximately 61 and was buried next to the Prophet in Medina. He left behind a great legacy, having unified the Muslims, ensured the continuity of the Islamic State, and laid the administrative and political foundations that allowed subsequent caliphs to build on his successes. Abu Bakr al-Siddiq was the beginning of the path to one of the greatest periods of Islamic conquests, a symbol of loyalty, courage, and unwavering faith. The life story of Umar ibn al-Khattab, 584-644 CE. In Mecca, in the year 584 CE, Umar ibn al-Khattab was born into the noble Quraysh tribe, in a family known for strength and courage. From a young age, Umar was a man of strong character and unwavering determination, brave, straightforward, and just in his words and actions, even before embracing Islam. His conversion to Islam and role in the mission. When Prophet Muhammad began calling people to Islam, Umar was initially one of its fiercest opponents, believing that the Prophet's message threatened the status of his tribe and the social order of Mecca. However, after hearing the Quran, his beliefs changed completely. He embraced Islam with great courage and became one of the pillars of the Islamic mission. Umar migrated to Medina with the Muslims, helping build the nascent Islamic State and carrying the responsibility of protecting and spreading the faith. His presence had a profound impact on the Muslims, as his bravery and strictness inspired strength and confidence in their hearts. His caliphate and responsibilities. After the death of Abu Bakr al-Siddiq in 634 CE, Umar ibn al-Khattab assumed the caliphate, beginning one of the greatest periods of expansion in Islamic history. He faced enormous challenges, managing a newly emerging state that included diverse tribes, organizing the army and newly conquered regions, upholding justice and implementing Islamic law. Umar did not hesitate and began planning major military campaigns to expand the Islamic State. Major conquests during his reign, the Islamic State expanded unprecedentedly. Conquest of the Levant, Sham. He sent armies under the command of Khalid ibn al-Walid, achieving decisive victories against the Romans and Persians. Conquest of Egypt, led by Amr ibn al-As, the Muslims entered Egypt after strategic battles with Roman forces. Conquest of Iraq and Persia, battles such as Qadisiyah and Jalula ended Persian control, bringing Iraq into the Islamic realm. Umar was not only a military leader but also a lawmaker and organizer. He established the Diwan system for administration, created the Bait al-Mal, public treasury, for wealth distribution, set up the judiciary and the scales of justice. He personally monitored officials and attended to the needs of the poor and the needy, becoming a symbol of justice in Islamic history. His character. Umar was known for his firmness and courage, yet he was just and compassionate toward the weak. He lived simply among the people, listened to their complaints, and personally addressed their concerns. He famously said, "I am one of you, and I will be accountable for every tear that goes unseen." Death and legacy. One morning during Fajr prayer in the 644 CE, while Umar was standing in the Prophet's mosque, he was attacked by Abu Lulu al-Majusi and struck with a dagger, suffering a fatal wound. Umar passed away a few days later and was buried in Medina. He left behind a tremendous legacy, a strong and expansive Islamic state, legal and administrative justice, the spread of Islam to vast regions, a living example of courage, leadership, and fairness. Umar ibn al-Khattab, known as al-Faruq, truly became a symbol of strength, justice, and unwavering faith, laying the foundations of the Islamic state that continued to thrive after him. The life story of Uthman ibn Affan, 576-656 CE. In Mecca, in the year 576 CE, Uthman ibn Affan was born into the noble Quraysh tribe. He grew up in a generous family known for wealth and generosity. From a young age, Uthman was calm-natured, beloved by the people, humble yet possessed a strong personality and an excellent reputation among his peers. His conversion to Islam and role in the mission, Uthman ibn Affan embraced Islam early and stood by the Prophet from the very beginning. He contributed both financially and personally to support the Islamic mission. He was one of the major companions who provided substantial material support, such as funding the construction of the mosque, supporting the army, and caring for the poor. He migrated to Medina with the Muslims, becoming close to the Prophet ﷺ. Uthman exemplified humility and patience in facing the challenges of the mission, and was known for his desire to promote the welfare of the Muslims and the interests of the community. His caliphate and responsibilities. After the death of Umar ibn al-Khattab in 644 CE, Uthman ibn Affan assumed the caliphate during a critical and complex period. The Islamic State was rapidly expanding, and he faced the challenge of maintaining unity among Muslims and organizing the administration efficiently. Some of his notable achievements during his caliphate include expansion of the Islamic State, conquests extended to North Africa, Persia, and Central Asia. Compilation of the Quran. He ordered the Quran to be compiled into a single codex to unify the readings and preserve the text. Appointment of governors and commanders. He tried to establish an effective administrative system, although he faced some difficulties due to the vastness of the territories and local differences. Major conquests. During his reign in North Africa, he sent armies under the command of the Companions to bring the Maghreb and Egypt under Muslim control. Central Asia and Persia. Continued military campaigns expanded the Islamic State over vast regions. Internal stability. Despite some internal protests, Uthman managed to keep the state relatively united, focusing on protecting Islam and the Muslim community. His character, Uthman, was calm, extremely generous, and devoted to the welfare of others. Known for his peaceful nature and humility, he was firm in governing the state. He lived simply despite his high office, remained close to the people, listened to their requests, and worked to resolve their problems. Death and legacy. In 656 CE, during a period of political unrest, Uthman was attacked by rebels while his house in Medina was under siege. He tried to defend himself but was martyred in his home after the siege, leaving the Muslim community mourning the loss of a kind and peaceful caliph. His legacy compiled the Quran, establishing its textual unity, expanded the Islamic State across vast territories, exemplified generosity, patience, and care for others. Uthman ibn Affan, the calm and noble caliph, combined administrative strength with compassion, becoming a central figure in the continuation and expansion of the Islamic State despite internal and external challenges. The life story of Ali ibn Abi Talib, 600 to 661 CE. In Mecca, in the year 600 CE, Ali ibn Abi Talib was born inside the Holy Kaaba, a unique miracle as no one had ever been born there before. Ali grew up in the household of the Prophet, being raised under his care from a young age, which brought him close to the Prophet's heart and made him well-versed in the secrets of religion, justice, and leadership. His early conversion to Islam encouraged Ali was among the first to embrace Islam, and he was still a child when he accepted the faith. He participated in all the battles of the Prophet ﷺ from the beginning, and displayed extraordinary bravery in the battles of Badr, Uhud, and the Trench, confronting danger fearlessly and protecting the Muslims with all his strength. He was always a model of loyalty and truthfulness, standing by the Prophet ﷺ in the most difficult situations, whether defending the mission of Islam or confronting its enemies. His caliphate and responsibilities. After the assassination of Uthman ibn Affan in 656 CE, Ali ibn Abi Talib assumed the caliphate during a very difficult period, known as the First Fitna, Islamic Civil War. He faced numerous challenges. The Battle of the Camel against companions who opposed him due to events surrounding Uthman's assassination. The Battle of Siffin against Muawiyah ibn Abi Sufyan, which affected the unity of the Muslims' efforts to unify Muslims amidst complex political and social conflicts. Despite these challenges, Ali focused on justice, ensuring the implementation of Islamic law, monitoring officials, and protecting the rights of the weak and needy. Conquests and administration. During his reign, Islamic conquests continued in some new regions, but Ali concentrated more on maintaining the unity of the state and establishing justice among the people. He organized the judiciary and established the administrative system in Kufa. He cared for scholars and religious leaders, ensuring justice and the spread of knowledge. His character. Ali was courageous, wise, just, and compassionate. Known for his eloquence and vast knowledge, he remained close to the people, listening to their grievances and helping them. The Prophet ﷺ said about him, Ali is with the truth, and the truth is with Ali. This highlights his steadfastness, honesty, and loyalty to Islam and its principles. Death and legacy. One morning during Fajr prayer in 661 CE, while praying in the Mosque of Kufa, Ali was attacked by Abd al-Rahman ibn Muljam, a member of the Kharijites, and struck with a sword, becoming a martyr. Ali's legacy: a model of courage, justice, and wisdom. Maintained Muslim unity during a critical period, left a vast religious and scholarly legacy, including fatwas, sermons, and rulings. Exemplified righteous leadership under extreme adversity. Ali ibn Abi Talib, the brave and just caliph, was a symbol of knowledge, strength, and loyalty to Islam, preserving the Muslim community despite the great challenges he faced.